Greetings, this is the Question GM. So this will be a new series of videos that I'll be making throughout the entire month of August, hopefully. Hopefully you can tell by the title is the RPG A Day 2020. RPG A Day has been going on for many years, and now this is currently the 7th year in the year of 2020. I was introduced to the idea of RPG A Day quite a while back, I would say. I've heard about it back in the, in my blogger years and the Twitter years. And I wanted to get my hand into RPGADay last year in 2019. However, it wasn't a very good time in 2019 because of all the things that was happening back then, and imaginably what had happened in 2020 as well. I wasn't able to dedicate myself to making videos, Twitter threads on RPGADay 2019, and I hope to remedy that with 2020. So if this is the first time you're hearing it and you're willing to listen to what is RPGADay from someone who is actually very, very, very new to this. It's basically a list of topics. If you can see the picture that I've posted here is basically a hex crawl of topics that runs from 1 to 31, which is the equivalent number of days in the month of August. I'm not quite sure how it was done previously, but I heard this is a new iteration of how RPGADay is being done in terms of the selection of topics and the worded topics. So there are basically 31 hexes, and each hex has a one word, and you're free to interpret that word as however you like. You can talk about anything as long as it's either sparked from the word or it has really any relations with the word. Despite the idea it being all free flowing and really you could just pour out your streams of consciousness on the particular word, and I suspect that would be actually a common practice for many who participate in RPGADay, which is not a knock on their practice, but that's the spirit of it, I would think. But I think one of the important motivations or one of the important ideas to keep when I'm trying to do RPGADay, and I think this was actually being perpetrated amongst some of the original intenders, is to spread some sort of positivity into the RPG hobby. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, as part of my involvement with RPGADay is, I will be going through hopefully each day by day, and the intention is never malice. The intention is never to be angry or to be ranty about that particular word inspires me. It could be, I may go into places like sharing on my own personal experiences that may not be relatable to you or may be relatable to you. I may have just ramble on without any sense of direction with certain particular words because that's just the nature of the beast. Or I may actually have some insight about and being able to express them thanks to the words that's been provided. I will not exactly be looking ahead. I will not be anticipating topics ahead of time. Maybe a little bit just so that I can, gather my thoughts, but probably maybe just a few minutes or a few hours before I make these videos for each day. My personal goals for RPGADay 2020 is try to keep the video short, and I have a feeling this video is not going to be short as it is. It's going to be a very slapdash of random ideas, random ramblings, random thoughts of what each particular word inspires me. So I hope you are willing to be on board on this journey, and if you are, welcome to this series of RPGADay 2020, and let us just see where this whole journey takes us through until all 31 days. Maybe just a disclaimer on the frequency and the anticipated timing of the release of these videos. I'm already a little bit late because I'm recording this on, technically it's day 3 of RPGADay already. Will be days that I will not be able to make these videos on the day itself, so I may have to try to make them maybe a day ahead of time, so that I can edit them and then post them on the day itself. But we'll see how that arrangement works. So I cannot really promise a perfect consistency on having one video for each day. So that's the only promise that I can make when it comes to my involvement with RPG 2020. So I've already covered my backlog. I'm just one day ahead of schedule for these videos, and hopefully I'll be able to stay on track for the rest of the month. In any case, I hope you'll be enjoying my videos on RPGADay 2020, But I definitely be more happier to see more people getting involved with RPG A Day 2020, and if you are going with the intention of giving out some positive energy to the movement. So definitely, if you have any of your own personal videos that you've made, and it doesn't have to be videos, just to be clear, the intenders, the founders of RPG, they have made it quite clear that any kind of content, written videos, even drawings, illustrations, can easily be part of the contributions to RPG A Day. So just don't feel shy, don't feel pressured in any way. Just let your mind go with the flow of whatever word comes up on that particular day. I'm definitely going to be watching, following quite a few of any content creator out there, video or otherwise, on their contributions of RPG A Day 2020, because I think that's where you can find more interesting ways to know people in the role-playing game hobby.